Welcome. We have a new report out, Europe Stretched to the Limit, and this report assesses the challenges that the region faces. Europe's been in crisis for 7 years now, since 2010, and it faces a multitude of crises over the next 5 years. The region's got to deal with migration, it's got to deal with the risk of Brexit, it's got to deal with the risk of Greece leaving the euro area, it faces economic challenges, an over-dependence on central banks, a productivity slump, questions about democracy, and of course, behind all of this, a security challenge associated with a revisionist Russia. Now, I'll be talking about all of these issues with my colleagues. Our core view is that Europe keeps muddling through. Now, muddle through has been better than most people expected over the past 7 years. It's kept the show on the road. It doesn't get you the best outcome, but it keeps the region together. That's what we're expecting over the next 5 years. I'll talk to some of my colleagues now. Danielle, we've identified productivity as one of the main challenges facing the region. Why is that?
Well, we've seen a slowdown in productivity across northwest Europe since the financial crisis. This reflects a combination of structural and cyclical factors. In cyclical terms, companies have responded to the financial crisis by retaining workers but cutting down their hours. But as the cyclical effects of the financial crisis fade, we expect that to pass. Structural factors, however, will continue to weigh on productivity. This is associated with things like spending on research and development and on infrastructure. There's a skills deficit among young people in Europe, and also there are lots of planning constraints. And this will weigh on productivity until supply-side reforms address them. This ultimately means that productivity will fail to recover to its pre-crisis levels in our view, and it will remain weaker in places like the UK and Austria than it will in, for example, France and Germany.